Good morning and welcome to What's New with Mike and Jeff, your Saturday morning hobby hangout coming to you live via the interwebs. I'm your host, Mike, and with me is Jeff. The
Hello.
Wizards have arrived precisely when they were supposed to.
I will give everyone the chance to guess which one of us wizards got us here when we did.
The internet.
I know that'd be me.
Stuff happens.
Yeah, it does. It is. It's just busy.
I think, as we've talked many times in the past, and since we're old, we'll continue to repeat our stories until you're so sick of hearing our stories. But the live streaming has taught us how to fix technical issues with computers and cameras and microphones and all that stuff simply by restarting your computer.
Yep. Yep. And this time there was two things. My pictures took longer than I thought because David had posted a bunch of LVO shots that I wanted to get in.
Yes.
And then there was an update, Logitech update that I hadn't downloaded yet, and that's why it's because of my camera issues. And then when I came back in the second time, I had to restart my browser 3 times before it reconnected to my camera and my microphone. That's fun stuff.
Good morning, Joe. How are you, buddy? So how you been?
But I am a boomer, so my technical foibles are I have that as an excuse.
You have something to fall back on and go, hey, I'm a boomer.
I also found the perfect Christmas gift for you and I.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Funko Pop has made, the two guys in the balcony on Muppet Show, the old guys are always being compared to. They made those two guys.
Oh no.
I can't think of their name now, but yeah. So
oh no.
Don't be surprised if I send you a set of those for Christmas. So,
and what we'll do is you'll get yours, I'll get mine. We'll just put the Funko Pop in front of the camera. And then we'll just
voiceover.
We'll voice over on the Funko Pop. That is classic. At least they put out something fun for once. Like Funko Pop puts out a lot of stuff and
yeah. I have been slowly snagging the First Steps Fantastic Fours. I haven't been able to get the Galactus yet, but that's the last one I want to get. So
there you go. Joe says Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah, Waldorf. Yeah.
That A tongue twists my tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I'm sorry about last week. I have been playing the live action version of Starship Troopers in my apartment on a regular, and I'm still fighting that battle. Actually.
Really?
Yeah. So I have finally managed to find an ally in the apartment complex management, and they're calling a professional. So
very good. Very good. Are they going to help with the cost?
Yeah, they're going to cover the cost.
Oh, good. Good.
Because I at the time this all happened, I did not have a pet. Right. And they just came out of nowhere, and they were massive. And then also there's been some evidence that we have a large lawn on the side of my building.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter has pets, and every time she goes out, I have never been really susceptible to flea bites, meaning that usually don't bother me. But my Shara and my daughters, they are just like, oh look, buffet, and they walk through the yard in the complex and they get covered with them. So.
So there's evidence that it's not coming specifically from your unit. There's evidence that it's coming from outside your unit, which happens to be right next to your unit.
Yep.
So at least they're being cool about it and going, hey, look, we'll fix it. Because obviously they've got to spray that field or whatever, that walkway.
Well, the thing about it is, though, they still haven't called me with the appointment time yet, but they keep telling me they're reaching out to the professional to come and deal with it. But it has been an interesting couple of weeks.
Yeah, because even if you bomb your house and take care of your house, if the source of the problem, which is the field next to your house, isn't being taken care
Yeah.
of, you're just going to
And
continuously going through the cycle.
and I have treated my apartment so much and so strongly that I actually thought I affected my own health this
Oh
week
God.
because I basically one flea bomb because that's what I have is the fleas, and they're not mine, so not any wolf flea jokes. Um, that one of the flea bombs will treat a 2,000 square foot apartment. Well, guess what? My apartment is nowhere near 2,000 square feet. I set 4 off in it on Sunday. Yeah, and I put one in every room, and came back in earlier than I should have because I was just trying to get rid of this stuff, and I didn't follow the safety instructions as closely as I probably should have. So Monday I was way under the weather, but that I think turned out to be something more of an actual bug because I ended up getting a fever and missing 2.5 days of work.
Right.
So, yeah, it's been a ride.
We also lick red paint from GW, which says, in certain states. And
Yeah.
I still don't understand how that is only in California.
I
don't know if it's still there. I haven't read anything. It's probably just.
I haven't read anything about it at all because I have been completely almost any kind of social media.
Oh, this is old time stuff. This is
old time stuff. Like, it's kind of like when the lead band came out. I don't know if you remember that back in the I think it was 90s.
Yeah.
Late 2000s. I think it was 90. Oh, actually no, it was in the late 80s because I was working at in Columbus, Ohio, at a little store called Hobbyland. Not Hobbyland. Hobbyland. Hobbytown's the big national chain.
Yeah.
And I worked there too eventually. When GW did a price increase, and they were talking about their particles of lead or particles of tin, but they had to raise all their prices due to some kind of problem with that. But they also raised their plastic prices. And so that was interesting.
If you're going to raise prices, you might as well raise them on everything.
It was in the 80s or 90s, but it was started in New York. But then they found out later that it was the information that had been given to pass that law was inaccurate.
Yeah, this is something I read on a bottle of red paint way back in the day with GW. I was like, red paint can be hard, and it was just from California.
Yeah, there was something about
said CA. I don't know if it was California. It just said CA.
There was probably some there. I remember there was something with the red dye. There was red dye is kind of a weird thing because the color. It's one of the reasons why there was one color back in history that you didn't see very often because the dye was very hard to come across.
Purple.
Was it purple? Oh, that's why it was kind of the royal color, wasn't it? Yeah. So.
Yeah, something about it had to come from oysters or something like it. Had to be like farmed from.
Yeah, there was something weird about it. So.
And they didn't have like deep diving skills back then to go round up oysters, so they were hard to come by. So, yeah, weird stuff.
What else you been up to?
Just doing just
stuff.
I go to work, I come home, I putz around, I build models, I paint models, I play games, and nothing exciting. I am excited. So GW announced the new Warhammer Quest.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so they released a photo of the cover. I don't know if that's going to be the official cover, but it's it's got the traditional 4 characters that came with Warhammer Quest. A little bit different because I think they have a Bretonnian. It looks like because it's got the wings on the helmet.
Yeah.
Definitely. So they released that. Good morning, Tim. Yellow is most expensive dye. Okay, I can see yellow being hard to come by. So they've released it. And everyone was kind of on the because they did that video not too long ago playing Warhammer 1995 edition. So a lot of people are like speculating that it was going to be a little bit in tune with that. Then a photo leaked out showing it on a board, and it was a very grainy photo, and it looked like a mock photo, like mocked up photo,
right.
Maybe somehow or someone was getting something ready for a photo shoot or some, I don't know. It just looked mocked.
Right.
And then the outrage starts because it's not 1995. It's being almost like Underworlds. You know how you got the board and
Right.
you play on the board. But I'm still waiting to see how it all plays out. It was a very grainy photo, kind of hard to see couldn't see any of the details.
Yeah.
I will continue to speculate GW leaks this stuff out because they've had so many leaks over the years and they've done everything to try to supposedly resolve it, but it does build hype.
Yeah.
It does build excitement. So I totally get it. Don, coming from YouTube. Good morning, folks. Stuck at work, but I can. All right. Good to know. Not painting.
He's like me when I watch like Don't Paint Play. I'm usually painting, so I don't get a chance to interact very often.
Yeah. So I'm waiting to see some of the speculation now after Eddie. I'm really glad you guys are still doing this. Yes, so are we.
When I can make it.
When you can make it. So some people, like if you looked at the photo and you kind of zoom in, it looks like it might be on a book. Like it's gonna. So I don't know if you're a fan of Gloomhaven. Or
Yeah, I've seen it. I'm not. I don't know enough about to be a fan or
okay.
For or against. But
well, Gloomhaven at one point realized that their big, massive, I don't know how many pounds that game weighs, box game wasn't for everybody because it's just massive and it's a lot of work. They put out Jaws of the Lion or something like that.
Right.
Which is a condensed, like more bookshelf style game. And inside that game, they made a book and you flipped the pages of the book and that had all your adventure stuff on it, like your maps and stuff. And then it would say, go to page whatever, and you'd flip to that page and you'd do your adventure. So some people are kind of going, well, maybe that's the direction they're going to take, which would be cool. It would be a neat thing, but GW does have a tendency to disappoint. I'm not, so I'm going to wait and see what they finally reveal on their schedule, like whatever their release schedule is, when they reveal, okay, this is the game, this is how it's going to play. And then I will actually make my decision if that's something I want to pick up or not pick up.
I get disappointed sometimes because I understand game companies can't just produce a game and then leave it out there. Right. They've got to change it and upgrade it because it's all about the pursuit of more revenue, this, that, and the other. But what I don't understand is when you have a game like Quest that has been gone for so long that unless you're my age, you probably don't have great memories of it as far as what happening. And if you are my age, you've forgotten most of it. Why they feel the need to change it arbitrarily?
Yeah.
So because it was a good game as it was then, I don't think it needs a whole lot of changes.
Well, it's one of those games that it's never the same game twice.
No, it was always different.
You always have a different, like Monopoly, even though Monopoly has a bit of randomness and it's not the same game, but the same concepts are there. But it's all a matter of what you draw, how you build your decks, what rooms and hallways you put in your deck. There's this constantly evolving, like, oh, this dungeon's going in this direction, and then I fall into a pit and I die. Like for its time in 1995, Warhammer Quest was like the fighting fantasy choose your own adventure books. Would release some of them, like Space Hulk. Yeah, Space Hulk would be a nice one to re-release. But it was like those fighting fantasy books where you just you took the wrong passage and you just died. And that's me and Tim still play Warhammer Quest, and it's not uncommon for us to die within the first few turns because that's the style and that's the nature of the game. It's not one of those games where it's like you're guaranteed to go on an adventure. It's a game where it's a game. Like you're gonna die. It's a brutal game, kills you. Yeah.
We had an ongoing game. I think it was every Thursday night. Don, I'm not sure if I know of me, Tim Dvorak, Darren, but every Thursday night at Waterloo we had a regular game night, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time with it
because it's that open world sandboxy kind of adventure. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what cards you're going to draw. And I think that, but now they try to do these like campaigns and these linked stories, and that's just kind of the nature where gaming has gone. Um, it just means we get to go to lunch. Or, yes, usually Tim and I will play, and then it's like, all right, after we die, we'll go to lunch, and we die quickly. But we'll see. I'm gonna wait and see before. Like, I want to see exactly the direction GW is gonna go.
Yeah.
They did a Barnes and Noble release called Lost Relic, which is
Right.
a Warhammer Quest bookshelf game. I didn't like it. I didn't like the mechanics, but it wasn't meant for me. It was meant for someone that has not experienced the new version of Warhammer Quest. And obviously, the old wounds came back out of Curse City. So it opened up those scars for a lot of people. Like, I hope it's not like the Curse City release, that kind of stuff. But, well, they're doing something. So I'm happy they're doing something. It may not work for me, but that's okay. The miniatures will be amazing, and the miniatures will be something that I may want to have in my collection just to paint up or not paint up. We'll decide that as it goes.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I've got board games that have phenomenal miniatures, but I'll probably never play the board game. And hopefully someday I'll get around to painting the models. I doubt it, but I bought them because they had great miniatures.
Yeah. So, and they released an image of the knight. It looks it's a phenomenal looking model. Typical GW, lots of bits and pieces, lots of little things to paint. But that's just how they make their models now. And we'll see how it goes and take it from there. But I'm interested. I'm not gonna say I'm excited. Like, oh my god,
you're interested.
I'm interested. I'm interested to see the direction they take it. I have Silver Tower. I have Curse City. I don't have God, what was the other one? Something over something.
Yeah.
It was right after Silver Tower, and I never got that one. And now it's stupid to try to buy it because it's
pricey.
Out of production, and now the price is like 3 times more. Blackstone Fortress never. I'm not a like the sci-fi dungeon crawl or Hammer Hall. Heron Hall. I thought it was Hammer Hall. It could have been either one.
It was something Hall.
Something Hall. I'm not a big fan of Blackstone Fortress because I'm not a sci-fi like I don't know. That one just never really caught my attention. But Space Hulk would be cool. They may release that again. Like, that's the one game they have re-released in its original style or format, kind of like Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
But they've updated and with all the models and the boards and the tiles and stuff of Dead Lead Society, aka old guys playing old games. Yeah, so we'll see how things go. I don't know if it's going to be a Christmas release. Like, how they do all their Christmas stuff, and they usually try to do something big for the Christmas time. I don't know if it's going to fall into that category or if this is something they got planned for to kick off the 2026 year for them. Like, I don't know how the UK does their finances. Like, in the United States, we're like June to June or July to July.
This fiscal year, I believe, at Workshop was May to April. Back when I was there, was May to April.
Fizbin is never the same game twice. Yes. Yeah, so I don't know if they're going to release it next year to kick off their 2026 financial objectives.
Right now, I've got interest in one new game, which is Wrath and Glory. Which is like Cubicle 7. It's their 40K RPG.
Oh, okay. The RPG.
Because there's a Space Wolf supplement coming out called Sons of Rust. What kind of? So I bought the starter set. I'm getting ready to order the rule book. But after that, I have basically I need to finish my League of Votann army because there's a bunch of new models out there for the Votann I don't have. I just picked up the Hellsmith for Age of Sigmar. I got the starter box, but there's a whole bunch more that I need to pick up.
Right.
And I still haven't really dug into painting my space wolves. They're all built. So I'm kind of on a buying freeze right now for anything new beyond those items.
The things you're collecting.
Yeah.
Don, I am very familiar with Shadows of Brimstone. I know they got another version of Shadow of Brimstone out in like a Viking-esque vibe or something like that, or it's an expansion or something. I've watched lots of videos about it. Yes, it is very much like Quest. The root of that game comes from Quest, but it is Call of Cthulhu and the Old West type stuff. So very cool.
Yeah, very, very good stuff.
And then Joe says, except on Thursdays. I don't.
The Fizbin joke.
Oh, okay.
Fizbin is a game I think I played in Star Trek, the original. And there's something about except on Thursdays. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, I didn't link them.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm not up on my pop culture.
You have to be in a Star Trek mindset.
Yeah, and you know me. I literally call Star Trek Star Wars just to irritate people.
I do as well, but only because a guy at work's a big Star Wars fan, so I always mix the two up just to annoy him.
I watched a very disturbing movie.
What was that?
Let me preference. It was disturbing, maybe because I'm getting older and I am maturing and I am growing as a human being, and I don't find things the same anymore. We'll preference it with that. Terrifier 3.
I've never heard of that.
Are you familiar with Terrifier?
Nope.
It's the clown kind of dressed like a meme. That's a horror movie series.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right. First one was suspenseful, and yes, it had blood and guts and all that kind of stuff. But it was a good suspenseful movie. Art the Clown again. Second one, not bad. The third one, I think they set out for the third one just to they wanted to compete in the most horrific, gruesome movie they could possibly make because it's got a Christmas theme to it. Okay, so you got this so there's always these videos that pop up around Christmas time about the most, the biggest horror movie, gruesome movies for Christmas. Kind of like how Die Hard's a Christmas movie. They want to, and I think they were just literally trying to compete with that genre, trying to make a very gruesome movie. There was funny parts in it. Yes, it's very gruesome. It totally takes the storyline to another direction, and you find out a little bit more about the lore or the background. But there was just certain scenes in it. I was just like, yeah, that's not necessary.
Yeah.
I think you went too far. I think you pushed a little too far with that. There's this one scene I'm just like, I think you went too far with that scene. And I think it's just more of a sign of my maturity as a person growing up and going, yeah, I don't find that stuff good.
Yeah. Well, I think Webster's is redefining the word sequel. They're adding another meaning, which means basically the search for more money, that whatever they can do to squeeze as many dimes out of it as they can. I think Mel Gibson had it right when in Spaceballs that he said, the sequel, Spaceballs, the search for more money, which, by the way, they're doing a sequel to.
Yes, I know.
Which I'm excited about. So I'm not complaining, but that every sequel they try to find a way to just kind of wring as much money out of it as they can.
And I don't know if the sequel will ever compare to the original because you're not going to have that chemistry with those particular actors available to you. Gruesome, yes, gruesome. What? Yeah.
JP's keeping it light, man.
I know he's lighting it up. So, anyways, if you do happen to watch that movie, if you are a horror fan, because it is Halloween time, you can chime in and let me know what you think. But there was one scene that I think went too far. I'll just leave it at that.
I have a lot of movies that actually over the years have fallen in that category. The one that comes to mind is Seven.
Yes.
Darren was very excited for he and I to go see that movie. He loved it, thought I'd love it. And I do. I love that. That movie is now in my top 10 favorite films. The first time I saw it, towards the end, I became so enraged I almost walked out of the cinema.
Yeah.
Because there's at the time in my mind, there's certain things you've already got us emotionally invested.
Yeah.
And you don't need to take it to a certain point.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, it was because I was so strongly invested is why my emotions kind of got the best of me.
Yep.
But now I've watched it multiple times since then. I'm fine with it. But you change over years. You just kind of look at things differently when you go. I'm getting ready to start watching the Conjuring series.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah, so I've never seen them. I've always wanted to, and my granddaughter and I for Halloween are going to start watching them over the course of several nights. And
we watched the latest version of it. The one they just put out in the movie theaters not too long ago finally came to streaming, and we watched it. My wife loves that series, just loves that series, and I think you're gonna like it because that's not a series of. That's more like suspense than horror.
yeah,
Like there's jump scares in it, like things jump and you jump.
My standard like for horror or movies of that nature are when they deal with the supernatural. I'm not really about serial killers because they're just nuts. But when they have a supernatural kind of element to them, or quite frankly, the ones that really can draw me in are when it's basically heaven versus hell.
Yes. Yes.
Those really capture my attention.
Bone Tomahawk.
Bone Tomahawk made me uncomfortable too. Yeah. It's good, but it made me uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you'll like Conjuring, especially if you like that good versus evil, heaven and hell stuff, because that's what it's all about. Is good versus evil. And
hey, Victor, how you doing, buddy? So what are you been working on hobby wise? Anything?
Well, I finished up Jason's project.
Yeah.
So we'll show that in the photos. So
I have those in the photos, absolutely.
And like anytime I finish a project, my next project is to clean off my desk. So
I wish I could develop that habit.
Yeah. So I got to get today. I want to get all my paints put away. I want to clean off my desk. I want to start getting the mindset for Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving is just a couple weeks away.
Yeah, I gotta sort that out myself.
So I want to get.
I gotta pick up my Land Raider kit. So.
Yeah, so I got to get in the mindset for Thanksgiving, and I need to because I'm doing Andy's big 1/16 scale Sherman, so I need space. I need my space.
Yeah. Jeff, well, I gotta contact David and send him a list of AK Generation 3 acrylics that I want him to pick up for me. I think Andy has a website though, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
I can order on the website, not have to pester Dave.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm getting ready because Mark has a Zoom call every week for his local club, and he's invited me to join, and I'm going to start joining that and working on my Corsair.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
That's going to be kind of fun. And I made a really interesting with one of my new commissions that I'm working on right now. When I took the commission, I went, a little black, little pink. Then I get into them, and I'm like, these models are taking longer than I thought because I keep forgetting in all my years of painting, Chaos Marines have so much trim and detail.
Yes.
It's driving me nuts. Drive me crazy. But I got a couple pictures of what I'm working on. I should be knocking out the Noise Marines today and tomorrow. But it's just taking longer and taking more time than I originally anticipated. And I really have to start underestimating things like that. Look a little bit more and stop comparing Chaos Marines, and just compare them to painting regular Marines.
It's not the same. JP's talking about doing a bunch of 15mm dudes for Fort Necessity.
I've never heard of it, but it sounds fun.
Yeah. Whenever you put the word fort in front of something, I immediately go to Civil War or something like that, like when we had forts. And we'll see how that goes. On top of his October project.
Woo! Somebody's busy.
Someone's painting.
Well,
so I need to clear out space because I think November is really going to be focused primarily on building the tank and getting it like prepped and primed. And
right.
I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the tank in a month. I am not an overachiever. I am a realistic achiever, and I understand how much time I don't have and how much time I do have. So,
Yet again, a trait you and I do not share.
yeah.
I am always going, yeah, I can do. Oh boy, that was.
Oh boy, that's going to be a lot of pink, and pink's probably not an easy color to paint.
Pink is a new color that I'm not that I think I've got a handle on it now. But it's not something you can just grab a model, paint it, literally prime it black, white, or gray, and get a quick. You got to put a couple coats down. You need to usually put. I'm doing a base coat of which one is it? Where is it? Screamer pink.
Okay.
Below my Empress pink, and it's just I mean, more time. It's not hard to work with. It's just more time consuming.
Yeah, but because you're going with such a massive contrast with black and pink, anytime you go outside the lines on the pink, you're going to see outside the lines with the pink because that black is just going to cover right over that pink. So it's like you've got to be really skilled at making sure you're doing those lines and not making a mess. Joe says he's doing Conquistadors next.
Yay.
Victor, yes, we're still the best show. We are Ren and Stimpy.
Pretty much.
Incident that kicked off the French and Indian War because Washington wasn't fluent in French. So it is going to be very cool.
That should be awesome. That should be great.
So yeah,
you want to check out, huh?
That's all I'm working on. I got to clean off my desk today and start getting ready for that next big project we're going to do.
You want to check out David's trip to LVO?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do that.
Oh, Don, I bought a World War II fighter pilot bus to paint as a gift for my father at Christmas. The cleanup on this thing is crazy and still have no idea how to about going up paint them. Okay. Painted and mounted. It's going to take time, buddy. Hey,
how you doing, bud?
You're pressing all the buttons?
I'm pressing buttons. There's our friend Dave.
Look at that background.
That guy's going to hit him in the head.
It looks like some sort of a piece of cloth hanging. You can see the wrinkles in it. Very cool.
It would be called like a tapestry.
A tapestry. That's the good word for it. We'll use that word today.
Not an actual tapestry, but it's like a tapestry.
Yes.
And this is where the big tournament was going to take place, just to give an idea of just how big that event actually is.
Well, and also look at the hall. That's just massive.
Yeah.
Wonder what the sound volume was like in such an.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Had that really annoying buzz.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
very cool.
But there's his badge.
He's an exhibitor.
Another picture of the hall.
The quiet before the storm.
Yep. I think these guys with AK.
Probably. Let's see the orange logo.
Yep, AK. Why is my computer losing its mind?
Well, it's your computer.
There we go.
And there's the booth.
Yep. I wish I was there. I could have bought my paints for my Corsair while I was there. There's everybody.
So I believe David went out there with AK.
No, Ray, we have not looked at the actual photos from Discord yet. We're checking out Dave's trip to LVO right now.
Yeah. Third Indiana Jones move. View the tapestry in a bad accent.
He met a lot of people.
Yeah. Who is that? Vanguard Tactics?
Yep.
Very cool. Ah, Sam.
Yes.
Sam Lins.
Great painter.
Yeah, phenomenal.
I had him scheduled to do a class at IOG.
Yeah.
But then COVID hit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Would have been awesome. Well, another. I'm going to try to use the bad accent, but I don't have a bad accent, so.
Tapestry.
I can't do it.
Yes.
That was Stefan Back's head. Heard he's a good guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was sad it got canceled as well, buddy. I was actually, I think, already back here when it was scheduled to go on, but I had set that up, had it all worked out, and then it got canceled. It was too bad.
yeah, it was unfortunate.
Boom.
Flying back then was a nightmare.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's Creature Caster, I believe, because
Yep.
the logo.
Yep.
So
I did one of those big boxes as a commission. They were great models. It was a fun paint. A lot of sloppy choppy.
sloppy choppy. We have a different term for it, but we're not going to say it on the internet.
Oh,
Look at those models.
gorgeous, good stuff.
Just go. Well, it's a bit expensive, but yeah.
Yeah, it would have been absolutely worth it.
Look at that. This is what I love about conventions. Seeing all the cool. That almost looks like Henry Cavill's head.
Yeah, and they look very similar.
There's some likeness.
Yep.
Cavill, sorry. Cavill.
Tomato. I don't know if I'm saying it right. That's just how I've heard it pronounced. So
I just make names up sometimes.
me too.
That looks like one of the statues. There's a company that makes statues for GW, like really nice high-end statue. That looks like one of them.
Yeah. Well, this is the same. This is Titus from Space Marine 2. This is a bust of him, and then this is just a different angle. Okay. That looks just I'd go broke if I had won the lottery just buying statues.
Yeah. Good morning, Mark.
Morning. Gorgeous stuff.
Mm-hmm. Love that pink and blue. Better than pink and black.
Yeah.
You should do Emperor Space Marines. Pink and blue. That color just looks nice. Look at that.
Yeah, this is my favorite piece. And can anyone figure out why?
Can't figure out why.
Not a clue.
Okay. Not a clue. Not a one. Not a single.
I'm gonna just put your notes in the comment on what I find so fascinating about this one.
I can't figure it out. I'm pretty slow.
This is great.
I saw the video. The guy that did those like backgrounds for and the other guy. You're just the other guy now.
I'm the other guy. That's fine.
I love how he's doing those backgrounds and adding those to the just adds like we talk about backgrounds when we take photos all the time.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
He probably watches our show and goes, "Oh, that's a smart idea," and he took it from us. He stole our idea.
Probably.
So that's what I'm gonna go with. Because remember how we used to have we had the background wars going on for a while?
Yeah, it was all us.
Yeah, he stole it from us.
And as far as being the other guy, I may just be the other guy, but this other guy has had a connection with that guy since the late 90s. So there must be something going on.
Well, that's why you're the other guy.
I guess I'm just an easy mark for abuse.
Yeah. And I don't know at LVO if this is Gold Demon, Crystal Brush, or their own little painting.
Well, I don't know what they call it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's some gorgeous stuff in it, so I thought, I'm showing these.
I thought Crystal Brush disappeared.
Crystal Brush did because I used to be Adepticon, but then they moved Golden Demon there.
Yeah, so
Crystal Brush was a CMON thing because CMON was all about it.
Right.
David Dowse set Crystal Brush up because they also had an online version as well.
Yeah.
But that's gone by the wayside, and Golden Demon's taken over at Adepticon. So I'm not sure what they're calling it at LVO.
Yeah.
And if Dave was here this morning.
Well, and these aren't GW models, so maybe it's just an open category.
It's just an open category, painting competition.
Because they don't have bust in the GW realm.
Nope.
But look at that.
I like that a lot.
That's just gorgeous. The guy hand paints the backgrounds and everything. Just awesome.
Don, in reference to your pilot bust, paint it like that.
There you go. Just paint like that. Just
kind
do that.
Simplifying what he was asking about.
But he could do the same concept. Like he could have a painting in the background, or if you don't want to, you can't, artistic skills aren't there.
You should go out and buy a World War II aircraft that the pilot actually flew and then do the two together.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
This is a Titan.
Yeah.
Very angry Titan.
So Scale Model Challenge SMC is happening this weekend in Europe. Yes, it is. It's probably the world's best scale model and figure show. You guys should check it out. I've already been checking it out on Facebook.
I will book my flight as soon as I get off the show. I'm going to go.
Gonna hop on over.
Yep, absolutely. Easy peasy.
Gonna jump the pond.
Gorgeous, fantastic.
Well, Don, I hope this is giving you some inspiration with how to do your bust.
Yeah. The thing I think what Don is struggling a little bit with the same thing I do when I start a bust is the techniques for painting a bust are a little different than painting a mini.
Yeah.
Painting a tabletop mini. I mean, they're the same concept, but how you utilize those techniques is subtly different. And there's techniques you use a certain way on a bust that you may not use on the tabletop model.
Well, and you can't hide your sins as much.
No.
Like, if you make mistakes, it's going to show because you're focused in on such a small portion of the model.
Yeah.
And you can't make a really cool base for it with like foliage and all that kind of stuff because a bust is usually just glued to a plinth. And yeah, it does change things a lot.
But here's what I know.
Oh, physically mounting it and having never done anything like that before. Well, most of them are just mounted with a pin.
Well, here's the thing, Don, you'll figure it out, buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I've watched you from back in the day to where you're at now, and you'll whip this like you did that. So I have 100% confidence in you.
101%.
Well, I almost said zero doubt, and I stopped at the Z. So I don't think I was going to say you have zero. I have zero confidence that you're going to do this. No, I am 100% completely confident that you're going to be able to take what you know and your experience, and you're going to make it work.
Yeah.
So that's something I don't have any doubts about at all. So you'll be fine.
Look at that. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, some of the stuff is. This is the stuff that I struggle with myself sometimes, is because let's say, for example, I painted this.
Okay.
And I would be really proud of it, how I put it on a plinth or whatever. And then I'd come to a show and I'd see the same that same model, that same bust mounted like that, and I'd go, man, why didn't I think of that?
That's what's cool about going to the shows and seeing
ideas. Yeah.
You expose yourself to all these different techniques and ways. And
yep, absolutely.
And Don, if you're looking for some inspiration, I'll just plug another model show that's coming up. Model Zona is going to be in Mesa on November 1st, and I'm sure there's going to be people there with bust, and maybe you can get some ideas on how to mount yours and all that good stuff.
And I have to say, Model Zona is a local show.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some phenomenal stuff there. I went there 3 or 4 years in a row. Entered 1 year. Alan and I both entered that year, and it's a good show. It's got a lot of great stuff in it.
Yeah.
But because it's a smaller show, I don't think it gets the credit it deserves for what actually is presented there.
The quality of energy.
It's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. And I had the honor of watching Alan sweep.
Sweep
it all. Gorilla the brush.
Sweep the leg.
In the house.
Was it sweep the knee or sweep the leg?
Sweep the leg. Right.
Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg.
Oh, yeah.
My Uncle Fred.
I wonder if that's Little Jeff. I thought Little Jeff. I could have sworn I saw Little Jeff paint that bust. I don't know if it's that particular one, but I thought that style. I thought I saw him paint something like that.
I do not know. I just love it. It's fantastic.
Yes.
Touchstone, the highlights, the wave of green. It's just gorgeous.
Black lips.
Yep. It's just beautiful. Fantastic model.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yep. But again, the other thing about these, whoever produced that took most of the year or the entire year to do this model.
Oh yeah.
It's not like you just sit down and paint an army and then on the side do that. That has got to be your focus the entire.
It's not a weekend project.
No.
Freehand work is amazing.
It's amazing.
Love it.
Yeah, very cool stuff.
Very cool. See, when you do the miniatures on the plinth, you can get away with doing it like a base and you can add it. But when you do the bust, people don't do anything for the plinth itself.
Yeah.
Ah! Little cosplay action going on.
I don't know who David's representing, but
David's representing a fan.
absolutely.
There we go.
Good stuff.
Is that a
Very
four?
nice.
I think that's a Forge World piece, if I'm not mistaken.
It's something. It's huge.
Massive. Love it. Just love it. Look at this stuff. If you ever need inspiration to get back into the hobby, go to a convention.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to get off my ass and go to a convention.
Yeah, you should.
I should.
Yeah.
I think it's just massive.
Definitely going from this to this really lets you know the scale.
Yeah. That thing is probably what? A little over a foot tall, probably.
Yeah, and probably more than that.
Yeah.
We're probably looking at 12 or 14 to 18 inches.
Yeah. Look at that. That thing's massive.
Probably even more than that.
Love it. Just love it. The old GW. I don't know if they're playing what they're playing because I think they're playing War Master. I can't tell.
This is definitely the old Mighty Fortress.
Yeah. It depends on what size coffee cup that is. I don't know who that is.
I have no idea, but Dave recognized him.
Well, they're over at the AK booth because I can see the AK sign over the paint, but I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Closed caption censors. That's funny. Look at that army. I wonder if they did an armies on parade types. Well, I think they judge. They still do like army judging. So I wonder if this was just that portion of the.
Yeah. I don't know why this picture was in there, but I was going so fast that I went. It was just in the queue, so I just put on it. So this is apparently how David eats when he's at shows.
That was his lunch for the day.
Yes, that's how he got all those people to be nice to him. Here, have a cupcake.
Here, have a cookie or a cupcake, so I can get a picture with you.
Yep.
I think they're. I don't know. I think they're cookies.
I think these. Yeah, they're probably cookies. These just look like cupcakes, but I think they're cookies.
Yeah, like a crumble cookie or something like that. Delish. Pink pot.
And then a GW crate.
They are the best. I remember the first time when I went to Gen Con and they were setting up and they had all those crates with all the Games Workshop and the symbol and all that stuff on them.
You want one of these, don't you?
Of course I do. It's a cool box.
Yeah, there you go.
I would live in the box.
And that is all the stuff. David, thank you for doing the LVO shots. We appreciate it. It's really good.
It's almost like we were there.
Almost like we were there.
We got to meet people, we got to see things, and we had lunch.
I do appreciate the fact that Dave kept you in mind and did not distract you with the barrel of dice.
Yes. Ray, if you got to duck out before your boss comes by, we totally understand. Talk to you later, buddy. Apparently, he's not allowed to watch us at work, so we need to file a complaint with his employer. Should we jump into the
other Discord picks?
Yeah.
We can do that because we're doing picks.
Yeah, we're on a roll.
Just keep it rolling. Rolling.
Keep it rolling. Pressing the buttons.
Talk about Thanksgiving.
Yes. Look at the sisters, huh?
Yeah, Mr. Hummel.
Yeah.
They are gorgeous. They're absolutely beautiful.
I'm kind of curious what all the art is laying down in front of the tanks. I don't know if that's like some sort of a big print with a bunch of different pieces of art.
I think it's how he has his table covered. I
Okay.
think he's taken a table and put all those different pieces because they look like the old covers of old versions of the codexes.
Or the White Dwarf magazines or something like
Well,
that.
this is I think the Blood Angel Codex. That's the old Ultraman Codex.
Hey, Robert's here.
Hey, that's the Sisters of Battle.
Yeah, and you guys.
I think he took those from different pieces of GW artwork and has made a collage tabletop. I don't know. We should ask him next time we talk to him.
Victor, this show is like a convention to reinvigorates a hobby love. Yeah.
Well, that's very kind of you.
We're all about the hobby love.
These are gorgeous.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm gonna send Dave an IM today saying, send me a picture of this tabletop.
There you go.
And tell me how you got it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just like some big print or if it's like a neoprene mat. It looks cool though. That is his desk. I think that's one of the large mouse mats you can get. Okay. Have fun, guys. Have to run.
Mark.
All right, Mark. Have a good one, buddy.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff.
Getting that army done. Getting the army done. Oh, yep. There it goes. It is.
There it is. Good call. Good call, Don.
Yeah. Well. And it's dirty like a mat.
This is true. Don't know who did this.
Don't know.
Yep.
He may be watching.
He needs to stop now, though. I mean, this is just really bad.
Well, I do like how he added the cacti.
The cacti. Yeah, no, it's actually gorgeous, Don. This is fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful piece.
I see a little pink in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that.
Good stuff, Don. The cactus are a really nice touch.
Love it.
Once again, proof that the base can really make the model. I mean, it completes the story, the whole works.
Terrible picture of it, trying to up my basing game. Well, you're doing a fantastic job.
I would say multiple level advancements achieved. This looks fantastic, man.
There's a bit of yellow tint to the sand, which really makes it look a lot better. And then you got the cacti.
Yep. It looks like you got some highlights and whatnot in the cactus. That's just good stuff. You might want to let everybody know on Discord, buddy, where you got the cactus for these. Just so they know, so they can. Anybody wants to pay you the homage of ripping you off, although sometimes Mike doesn't feel that that's what it is.
He's also going to be doing some coral reef work, so
yeah,
I can't wait.
Where put in the Discord where you got those supplies for that base, but it would just be a nice little handy thing for, pay it forward, my man, pay it forward.
Yeah. Very cool stuff.
There we go. I don't know why I had so many of that one model in there.
Because you loved the cacti.
I was rushing too. It's just been a week for me. That guy's missing a leg.
Peg leg.
Peg leg Pete.
Yeah. Very cool.
Do-si-do.
Love it when you do that. I'm going to say pirates.
Yeah, swashbucklers.
Swashbuckling.
There's some booty, some treasure.
Some treasure. Epic basing was his comment. Epic basing.
Well, when you get home, put a link in Discord.
Stubby from Rio Bravo.
Sweet.
That's me.
I don't see a wooden finger.
I'm gonna get one just for you.
We should make that with a little strap put on there.
Little.
So you have a complete pointer. Back in the day though, you could use that for dialing.
Yes, I could.
And when you were fairly young when it happened, so they probably still had rotary phones back then.
They did. There you go. I don't know when the push button phone came out, but even when we moved to Arizona in '75, we still had a rotary phone.
Yeah, rotary phones were a thing, man.
I wonder if one would still work in today's world.
No.
I don't think so.
No. Nope. The one I always find funny is when you see a picture of a guy that just bought a car and it's got the dimmer switch on the floorboard.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What is this?" Dimmer switch.
Yeah, you
How
press
to use
it
it,
with
dim
your
the
foot.
lights. I don't know.
Now it's all done in the controls.
Yeah, it's all done up front. I missed the dimmer switch. You could stomp on it. Nice stuff, Joe.
The singing cowboy. Lots of cow.
That's what Ray tuned in for.
To see his photo, and then he had to get out because his boss.
It is absolutely gorgeous model.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
When I saw the photo on Discord, I immediately zoomed in to see what he was watching on TV, and I couldn't figure it out.
I'm usually watching some kind of true crime show.
Yeah.
Or not watching, listening to, or football. So
there you go.
Woo!
Yeah, you said I never put up a work in progress, so I put up a work in progress.
Yeah, I went. Darth Vader got no head.
Hey, he took Luke's hand, so Luke took his head.
That's like, and he's still moving about.
Yeah,
that's actually I like that piece. That whole piece is just really nice.
It turned out good. I really, when you see the final photo.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
got his head back.
He got his head back. You can tell the background piece, the window piece. I did it with a gloss finish, but there's something weird about the gloss finish and the resin that just didn't go on smooth.
Right.
So I don't know what happened there. But then I did his head in gloss, like Darth Vader's head in gloss.
Right.
So I matte varnished a lot of the model and then went in and did some things in gloss and some things I repainted in satin black and did all my highlights in like a black blue. But then I went over to the hobby store and I picked up some Monument paint, fluorescent green and fluorescent red, and airbrushed the lightsaber so they just pop out a little bit more with fluorescent. So that was my strategy.
Looks great, buddy.
Yeah, I gave it to Jason yesterday. He was very pleased with it. So that's all I care about.
There you go.
But it was a fun little, so you can, and then I highlighted Darth Vader's head and some of Luke Skywalker's belt material, like on the, you can't see it on the back of the belt. I went with highlights of silver instead of white.
Yeah.
Just to be, white's just too bright, and I thought the like a very light silver would be a better highlight, and it actually turned out pretty good.
It's good.
Just explored some new things and did some different stuff.
Really good.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's, oh, hey, what's this?
Black, purple, and white, green, gold, silver,
green, everything, every color in your collection.
Yep. This is the Noise Marines. I'm going to be finishing up probably 3 squads of them today.
Okay.
For the final details on all of them. But there is. You remember the one I showed on the 4th that was all white?
Yeah.
He's essentially the sergeant for the squad. It's a 6-man squad with what they call a deharmonizer.
Okay.
That would be considered the sergeant. He's the guy in all white. And then these are his the actual troops for the unit.
I love the little skull on the front of the rifle or the guns.
Yeah.
It's like, look into my eyes. Here's a blaster to the face.
And there's the
look at that. I love how you're contrasting the base though with that, like, I don't know, burnt sienna or that reddish tint.
Yeah, I'm using Jolly Lark.
Jolly Lark.
Their grit.
Okay.
This is the last picture, so let me go ahead and stop sharing. That material there is the grit. The basing compound is Jolly Lark Martian Plains.
Okay.
It's almost the same color as World Eater Red from GW. But it's just a basing ballast basically. You put down with glue, then I usually dry brush it with a pink and Emperor or the World Eater's Red to give a little bit more highlight to it.
Let it pop out a little bit.
It'll help to pop out a little bit, and then I use that's gamer grass for the clumps. It's the
Very
purple
cool.
and they're alien purple and alien green.
Very cool.
So, but yeah, the Jolly Lark stuff's really nice. It goes on real good. A little bit of white glue,
A little bit of Elmer's glue.
little Elmer's glue, little H2O.
Do you do the alcohol on top of that? On
No,
top of it? Oh, okay.
no.
Some people put the alcohol on that. After they glue it down, they'll put like glue down, then they'll do the alcohol to thin it all out and get it to run into all the cracks and crevices.
Well, I know what I do is I will take some of that same mixture after the base has set. I'll let it set for a few hours, make sure that the bottom layer of glue is dry.
Okay.
Then I'll go back to my glue mixture and I'll thin it out a little bit more, and I will put a thin layer of that over the top,
Kind of
kind
create
of put
a shell.
all the grit in place.
Okay.
And then I seal it when I seal the entire model to kind of again bring it back up. And if I need to on occasion, depending on how kind of if it gets a kind of a semi gloss or a satin finish to it, I'll go back over it with some AK ultra flat.
Ultra fly. That's such good stuff.
It's great stuff.
Yeah.
Really good.
Well, don't forget, everybody. November, we're going to kind of start doing the Thanksgiving. If you have a project, feel free. It's not something that you have to finish in November. It's just the
Yeah,
motivation of getting people to work on some sort of a larger project, I guess would be the better way. Tanks are larger projects.
Yeah.
And don't forget, January, I had to so we're gonna do our speed stick challenge, our deodorant, land speeder, whatever you want to create.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be. Now, if I misunderstood, it's not. You don't have to do the speed stick. You just want to do something. You don't have to do a land speeder. You can do anything with it, like that speed stick you want. Correct?
You can make it a tank. You can make it a Jeep. You can do whatever you want. It's just reminiscent of the old deodorant stick, Speed Raider, Land Raider, or whatever. Well, not Land Raider.
Land speeder.
Land speeder. I had to, so I finished off whenever I'm in the bathroom getting ready, I just throw stuff away when it's done, and I threw away my container that I was going to use. So this morning I went and got a piece of paper, wrote keep, and taped it onto my current deodorant, because I'm sure by January that deodorant will be done. The big thing is to clean the thing as best I can to get all the deodorant out of it. But yeah, don't forget to save your I guess it's a gentle reminder, don't forget to save your deodorant product or whatever you want. I think the only, I guess, rule we'll say is it's got to be a deodorant stick of some sort. It's got to come from deodorant, I guess, would be the base of it needs to be that.
Joe's going to bow out of the speed stick challenge.
Oh, that's too bad. That's fun. So, but yeah, don't forget to save
It's definitely a way to challenge yourself on what you can do, what you can't do, how you do it.
Yeah. Well, I think, I'm always fascinated by people that do the trash builds or whatever they're called. It's just fascinating to see the creativity process where someone starts with a thing like a water bottle, and then they're able to just chop them up and glue stuff on, and they come up with something that you're just like, I would have never thought that was. I use spray. Okay, you could use a spray can. No, I wouldn't recommend that. But it's just fascinating to see what the creativity people have when it comes to something like that. And I just thought it'd be a fun little,
I think it'd be great.
I love to reuse stuff and make it completely different.
Well, again, though, it's a throwback to the days when we didn't have the luxury that you have now, where everything, there are so many things out there you can pick up. And quite frankly, you're using a speed stick for a land speeder. It's quite, if you look at what a land speeder actually costs these days.
You may have an army of them.
Yeah,
Hey, and I've got an old land speeder, like the old land speed, not the really old one, but like the normal,
right.
I'll say fourth edition version.
I've got a couple old metal ones back in here.
Yeah, but I may pull parts off like the pilots and stuff out, and I'll put those in there, or maybe use some
Yeah.
orcs in there, and but it's just gonna be fun.
I,
So
I'm actually thinking about um, making a transport
really,
where basically I'm going to build a pilot seat in the front. I'm going to cut it open, put a little cockpit in it, and then put a cargo bay in the back with some diamond plating and some handrails, and make like a little land speeder transport.
ooh, that'd be cool. Even
I'm
though
thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't think you can transport it in a land speeder, so you're gonna make a whole new unit type.
I'm just going to make a new. Well, the inspiration was the new Votan vehicle.
Oh,
They have a new anti-grav open top Votan transport,
very cool.
and that's where the idea came from, is doing something like that. So,
Can't wait to see what you come up with.
I talk a great game. That's all I'm going to say.
I think we all talk a great game, but
I
I
have a
am,
lot of ideas. I'm very slow to execute just because there's so much going on in my life all the time.
but I do think it's one of those things. It'll just be a good way to kick off the new year.
Mr. Hummel, we just showed off your tanks, man. They look
Yeah.
fantastic. Good to see you. Glad you showed up, man.
Shows up right when he was supposed to.
Absolutely. That's what people do.
So now we just need Jake to show up at the last minute.
We can't. We said last time we couldn't. We can't stop the show until Jake shows up.
But yeah, don't forget to just save your stick. I had to tape a piece of paper on mine because it's just how I function. I just throw stuff away when I'm done with it. So I threw mine away, so I got to get a new one. So I will use up the one I have and put it off to the side and get it all ready to go for the new year. And we'll kick off the new year.
I'm actually planning to go into the grocery to the store, and I'm gonna buy a brand new one, and I'm just gonna pull I want to find the right shape for what I need and the right size. And it may not be the one that I use normally, so I'm gonna go out and buy one and then get the stuff out of it, and then
he's already working on his.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, I was actually thinking about kind of taking having the engines or the propulsion, the motors, kind of off the speeds, the container itself, and kind of have them raised up to the side, kind of like what was the Star Wars episode where they did the speeder races?
That was the first one where they did the land that was in Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace, how they had those things kind of. I was toying around with that idea because I've got a X has a nice futuristic look. I haven't looked at X speed sticks or deodorant, so I might have to take a look. But kind of having them off on kind of like that, where because I've got bass guitar string, so I can have them connected with the bass guitar string because that's really rigid, and kind of do something like that.
Yeah, this is why we're doing it. The creative juices start to flow. You think of a lot of cool stuff.
Yes.
And then I've got plenty of bits I'm going to dig through to add to mine. So.
Well, and I get to play with my scribers to try to put in panel lines and just have fun. So it's just a fun little something to do and kind of a little bit of a throw. Like when we talk about modern gaming, the luxuries we have with modern gaming. So what if we, taking this old concept of how we used to have to do things and make things ourselves and kit bash and basically build models. Well, now we can take some of that modern stuff and put it into an old way of building something and see what we come up with.
Yeah, absolutely correct. I'm planning on going elbow deep into my bits box to try to find little things to, and a lot of different old things I want to put. Yeah. I've got some definitely stuff back, some models back from the 90s and late 80s.
Good morning, David.
David.
Like here's an old kit bash of a Sentinel, like an old IG Sentinel that someone orcified. This wasn't me. I didn't make this. I didn't build it. I didn't do anything. This was something I got in a trade, but this is kind of what I'm inspired by.
Yeah. David, we started exactly when we should have, which was about 5 minutes after 7 your time.
Yeah, we're the wizards. We show up when we're precisely when we're supposed to.
I was having IT issues.
And you weren't
someone
available to
posted a
help
bunch
them.
of LVO pics. Took me a little longer to get pictures done this morning.
We were technically impaired this morning.
Yes.
It happens to us. But yeah, so get ready for those things. Just fun stuff. Part of the motivation for November is to motivate. I bailed out. Sorry, David.
Well, David, you'd be happy to know you were a major part of the show today because we showed all your LVO pictures. Don't read the comments. Some guys are really rude.
And don't listen to what the two old guys were saying.
Yeah, weird. It was a good show. It was a good show. So.
Yes. Thank you very much for sharing those photos, especially
Absolutely.
the cookies. The cookies were a big hit with the show.
Yeah.
We were all, the pink box of cookies was just a major part of everything. So.
And it's just sad that you had to use those to bribe those other guys to take selfies with. Have a cookie. Can I take a selfie? Here's a cookie.
Oh, Hummel's off to the Ren Fair.
Have fun with that. That should be good, man. That should be really good.
Yeah. We don't have the Ren Fair. Oh, when's President's Day? Is that January or February? It's early in the year.
Yeah. Well, it depends on where he's at. Ren Fair's.
No, I'm thinking locally though. We have the Ren Fair. It's going on during President's Day weekend because that's the only.
I think that's in like late winter, early spring.
Yeah. Andy actually bought them. Oh, very cool. Thought I was at the wrong group. What's new with David and LVO? Good stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Anything else you want to chat about, or?
No, I think that's it. Nice, come back from like I said, I had to take a break to go deal with my Starship Troopers event.
Yeah,
and, that was fun. I got some lovely pictures from that of me in white socks sitting in my chair with what's in my apartment. So it was horrible.
Well, we don't want to see those photos.
I didn't show those.
Yeah. David Hummel said, local one of like they're here. Yep. Very cool. And other David said it was a good show.
Good. Awesome.
Good stuff.
We'll definitely check it out.
All right, everybody. We are going to bounce on out of here. I'm using hip terms, what the hipsters use. We're going to bounce. Oh, I'm not hip. We'll be back.
I'm going to bounce. You're about 10 years too late, buddy.
Oh, okay. I don't know. We will be back next weekend. I don't have anything planned next weekend. Do you
I'm on the fence. I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, then
it depends on what we talked about before, earlier in the show with my whole Starship Troopers war going on when that gets scheduled and what's going on here.
Well, because the weekend after next is November 1st, and that is when Model Zona is going on.
Right. And you're going to want to be there.
And I'm going to be there. So November 1st, we will not be for sure having a show.
If I don't have a schedule from the apartment management by Tuesday, we'll go ahead. I'll call you and say, nope, we're good to go. And I'll just say, listen, I got to do the show.
All right. So just watch the socials.
Yeah.
And if we post on the socials, we're having a show. If we don't post on the socials, we're not having a show.
My concern is to do what they got to do. I got to pull all the furniture out.
Oh.
And yeah. So I'm not sure I'll be all back together.
Well, you're not together anyways.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, yeah. That's my point exactly. Yeah. So if I have to pull everything out, I'm going to take advantage of me having to pull everything out because I'm going to take advantage and move my studio from this room to the master bedroom.
Got it. So you may be.
But I don't know what the schedule's like yet.
All right. And Joe is so hip he can't see over his pelvis.
We all have our crosses to bear.
Yes. All right. So hang tight, but definitely November 1st because I'm going to Model Zona in Mesa. We won't be here. And next weekend we'll let it be a surprise.
I will jump on the What's New with Mike and Jeff page and make a post just saying if we're doing a show or not doing a show based on my little
situation. We'll just call it a situation.
Situation.
Yeah.
Situation.
See you at Andy's. Are you inviting me to Andy's for something, David?
He's rubbing it in.
Are you just?
I get to go online next payday and make a big Andy's order for paint.
There you go. Awesome. Hey, you know a guy.
I do know a guy.
You know a guy.
I do.
Maybe that guy can help you out with that.
I don't want to ask that. He does a lot for me. So.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We're gonna jump on out of here. We will be going about our day. Just pay attention to the Facebook page, or I guess you could also post up something in Discord.
Yeah, I'll post on, let everybody know what's going on with my situation.
Yeah, and then we'll take it from there. But definitely November 1st is a no-go for lunch. That's not going to happen. So, all right, I'm going to press buttons, and we'll see you all later. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.